Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, boy. So I know breadfruit is out of season, but I expect a little better than that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you very much. This is NNP here. And let me tell you very early, we must behave as NNP with clean discipline. As per usual, in the House of the New National Party, before I say much more, we always like to, and normally does, recognize the presence of the Almighty God. And this evening will be no different. So as a result, He will command whether He wants you to stand or to sit, but let us reverence the Lord as we ask among us our Archbishop Ian Edwards to come to recognize among us the presence of God.
Good evening, all. I would prefer those who could stand. Let's stand. Let's bow heads. Triune God, this evening, we come before your presence with thanksgiving. We come thanking you for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. Most of all, we thank you for the breath of life. We thank you, dear God, for gathering us here this evening in this very important exercise. And as we do come, oh God, we ask you to be with us. We ask you, oh God, to be our guardian and our guide. Tonight, oh God, we bring our nation before you. We ask you, oh God, to look down upon us in those of mercy. We pray, oh God, for your forgiveness for whatever sins we have committed. Oh God, we bring this government before you, oh God. We ask you to give them the knowledge, or wisdom, and understanding that they may lead and lead all right. We bring our opposition before you, oh God. Father God, we ask you to bless them in a special way. We ask you to look upon them, oh God. Leave them not by themselves alone, but, oh God, still support and comfort them. Be with them every step of the way. Father God, this evening we bring our party before you. From the leadership down, oh God, we ask you, oh God, to take them to their can keeping. Look over them, oh God. Father God, and help them to do, oh God, whatever they set out to do. Father God, tonight we pray, oh God, against all evil forces. We pray, oh God, against all evil forces that is roaming to and for our country. We ask you, oh God, to intervene, because you said in your word, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. But, oh God, you shall keep your angel charge over thee. And we ask you, oh God, to take charge of us this evening. Everyone who is about to present this evening, oh God, we ask you to bless them. Open the lips and the hearts, oh God, that may be able to educate us as a people. Oh God, look down this evening, whatever is about to be said and done. We pray that may be a blessing from above. And oh God, as you come here this evening, in our coming you came with us. While we are here, oh God, we ask you to stay with us. When you're about to take on the party, oh God, we ask you to take the lead. Give Satan the dominion of us. Cover us under your blood, oh God. For I take charge of this evening's proceeding, we pray. In Jesus' almighty name, amen and amen.
Amen. Amen. We thank you, Archbishop Edwards. Please remain standing, because we believe in the NNP that God comes first, then country. So, Mr. DJ, we'd ask you to please give us the music, and we would all sing along. Don't expect me to lead. I'm good at talking, not at singing. our voices and sing for our party, loud and lusty. Oh, you can count on me. Oh. Working for my party, faithful I will be. I will fight with all my might. You can count on me. Working for my party, faithful I will be. I will fight with all my might. Thank you all very much. Thank you, thank you. Please, there are some seats still up front. Let us try and settle. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving. And we want to ask one of the more youthful persons among us. She hails from the village of Simon. We'd ask her to come to welcome all of you to the constituency, those who are not from the constituency or doesn't live in the constituency, and those who are from here but do not reside in TIvoli. She's going to come now and welcome us. Miss McPhee, put your hands together for her as she do the welcome.
Good evening to the most wonderful people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. Welcome to St. Andrew Northeast. Welcome to TIvoli. Welcome to NNP Connect. It is indeed a privilege and honor to stand before you this evening to warmly welcome each and every one of you to this important meeting. To our political leader, Honorable Emilyn Pierre, who is on her way. To our party chairman, Dr. Keith Mitchell. And all our members of executive of the new National Party. Our dearest MP, Honorable Kate Skeeter-Lewis-Peters. I also extend sincere greetings to... Lord, I can't watch you. I also extend sincere greetings to our residents, our steadfast supporters, our young people, our elders, all who are viewing online, and all who have come out tonight in the true spirit of community and commitment. Your presence is not by chance. Your presence here is not by chance. It is a reflection of your continued interest in the progress of this constituency, your belief in leadership, and your dedication to the future of St. Andrew Northeast and Team NNP. For that, I say thank you. This evening provides us with an opportunity to reflect on where we have come from, to assess where we are, and to chart a clear and confident path forward by choosing a new national party. Because the decisions we make and the directions we choose will determine the future of our families, our young people, and this constituency on a whole. I encourage everyone to listen and remain inspired as we go through this evening's proceedings. Once again, I warmly welcome you, and I want to thank you all for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Well, let's hear it again for young Miss McPhee, yes? You just never know. You just never know. I might be around for long enough to put an X for McPhee, but that X must be for NNP, no other party. Thank you. I want to recognize among us this evening, we are awaiting the arrival of the political leader. As far as I learned, it's not very far away from here. But among us, we have the parliamentary representative for this constituency and the next candidate whenever an election is being called. Sister Kate Skeeter Lewis, please stand and take a bow. You know, the next person sitting close to her, I'm already tempted to say the representative, but I had to hold back a little bit. I'll give time its course. But, of course, the candidate who stood the country up when she was launched not long ago for our sister constituency, Teacher Lisa, Miss Marcia Francis. And I always remember the very first time I heard that young lady make a speech. It was at St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School, SAS. It happened that I was the chairperson for that meeting. It was a meeting our now political leader had, a constituency meeting. And when she started out, and she got to the middle of the speech, I started to sweat. I said, no. That can't be so. That's not a human being. That has to be a little Maruga Red from Trinidad and Tobago. Our candidate, Sister Japal, St. Andrews Southwest. And remember, they said that in most things, it's ladies first. Most things, not all things. Ladies first. But they said, don't worry with that, although they say ladies first. Always men take consolation because they say age comes before beauty. Yes? I want to introduce to you Mr. Robert White, our candidate for St. Patrick's East. Our neighboring constituency. And not too far away from St. Patrick's East, and always present, Brother Jelani Glynn, our candidate for St. Patrick's West. Those are with us at the moment. When the others coming, of course, we will make them known to you. I also want to hail and say to the people who are listening to us via the different streams, we are happy to always have you. And tonight, as every other night, we intend to keep things honest and to keep you alive as we start immediately to bring greetings to us this evening from the constituents of St. Patrick's West. I invite our brother, our friend, and the candidate for St. Patrick's West, Brother Jelani Glynn. Please give him some.
I say load me up with the oil, everything I to smile, from God my good unto child. They've been wanting this for a while, deal with them in a style. When stars align, greatness outshines on you.
Wow, 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 wow. The energy inside here. Good evening, TIvoli. Good evening, NNPites. It's awesome being here. Let me start off by saying good evening to our political leader who is en route. And of course, the lady of the hour, my good friend, the Energizer Bunny, the social media queen, but most importantly, the unstoppable, undefeatable, unbeatable Sister Kate, Skeeter Lewis, Peters. Of course, my fellow colleagues who are also here, our chairman and party general secretary for the chairman for the evening and party general secretary, Mr. Roland Bola, other party executive members, of course, each and every one of you present here today, and those viewing online and across the social media platforms. Good evening to each and every one of you. Of course, it's my pleasure and distinct honor to bring you greetings from the vibrant and ready to rumble St. Patrick West. Now, this constituency, it's not our immediate neighbor, but we have a long-standing relationship and a passion for the people in St. Andrew Northeast. So friends, tonight, I just want to stop by to say hello, to give you encouragement, to let you know that we are working very hard to keep St. Patrick's West where it belongs. And that is in the house, the house, the house, the house, the house. And we know that St. Andrew Northeast is already in the house, but we must do our work to ensure that it remains there. We must register. We must ensure that we speak to our children, our neighbors, ensure that everybody's on that list, everybody's ready, everybody's prepared. Most importantly, everybody understands what our country is facing. That everybody understands what is the ramifications, the consequences of continuing under this present government. Let's make no joke or no bones about it. Cost of living issues, health issues, sports issues, issues more than tissues. So let us continue to do all that we're supposed to do. Let us work hard. Let us work hard for our candidate. Let's work hard for our party. Let's work hard for our country. Because everybody is depending on us to take Grenada forward. So have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of the speeches. We love you all.
I am the backpack energy. Running the backpack energy.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Glenn. We know that St. Patrick's West is coming to join. As a matter of fact, our next stop for NNP Connect will be St. Patrick's West, Shanty Mill, next Wednesday, 8th of April. Great. Now I want you to put everything else on silent. Everything must now go on silent because she has a message. She's coming with a message. And she has a nice song too, you know. They say she liquor, but she talawa. My brothers and sisters, let us keep this thing moving. It's important that we get the message. It's important that we understand the message because they have a way of trying to twist and turn what we say. So I ask you now to put your hands together, but then relax and let us listen to our dear sister, Sister Amanda Japal George.
And if you believe that you have made the right choice, say we have made the right choice and we will rescue Grenada.
She look about she talawa, full of vibes, full of style and character. On the night qualified, versatile, very wise, very nice, and the list was an anon.
Our political leader who is on her way, my colleagues, the media, a pleasant good evening, my brothers and sisters in the audience. NNPites! NNPites! Big Parish, St. Andrews Northeast. All you to take over the whole Intercall and all. They want to take over the whole NNP Connect now. Where is my St. Andrews Southwest people? Mama Ken! Come on now, man. You know, there's no platform I'd rather be on than the platform of the new National Party. You know, people say to me, Amanda, we like you when you're fiery. But tonight, there's a time for everything under the sun, as the Bible says. Tonight is a night about reflection, so you ain't getting no fire here tonight. Brothers and sisters, for years, the new National Party has consistently said that youth must be a priority. And we did that not only in words, but in action. And I believe it was the great Nelson Mandela and Oliver Tambo echoed the same thing. He said, any society that does not invest seriously in its young people is quietly limiting its own future. Brothers and sisters, NNP's policy and philosophy has always been that development must be people-centered and inclusive of all generations, to create policies that improve lives and ideas that produce results. Our young people want to believe that if they invest in themselves, their country will invest in them. Because if a society repeatedly tells its young people to work hard, but does not create systems where hard work leads somewhere, that society risks creating frustration instead of productivity. And if our world changes faster than the systems prepare them for, then our young people are forced to navigate a future that they were never properly equipped to enter. And every generation wants the next generation to do better than they did. And that is one of the most universal human hopes. Parents want their children to have more opportunity, and countries want their citizens to contribute meaningfully. So youth development is not just a simple social issue. It is a national development, economic, and governance issue. Because every young person represents potential energy for national development. The question is not whether potential exists. The question is whether leadership will create the systems to transform that potential into progress. And we, the new National Party, we have laid foundations and we have created systems. We have invested in education and young people. We supported programs designed to give young people an entry point into the world of work because we understood something, that opportunity does not appear by accident. It is created through deliberate policy, planning, and leadership. Now, today is not the time to boast about our accomplishments in the past. And it is certainly not the time to pretend that the work is finished. Because the reality is, the world has changed. The global economy is changing. Technology is changing. Skills requirements are changing. And the expectations of young people are changing as well. Young people today are not only thinking locally, they are thinking globally. They are comparing opportunities across borders. They are asking themselves, where do I fit in this future? How do I build a life? How do I achieve independence? How do I contribute meaningfully to society? And these are reasonable questions, questions that I once asked myself. They are asking for pathways into careers, into entrepreneurship, into agriculture, technology, into industries that allow them to apply their talent productively. Young people do not lack ambition. We never did. We do not lack creativity or ideas. What we often lack is access. Access to opportunities, networks, guidance, and a system that helps transform potential into productivity. And that is where leadership becomes critical. Because leadership is not only about managing the present. Leadership is about preparing our citizens for the future. Leadership is about ensuring that our young people are not just spectators in the global economy, but active participants. We cannot sit and encourage innovation, but fail to create structures that support innovators. We cannot promote entrepreneurship, but ignore the challenges that our entrepreneurs face. We cannot speak about skills, but fail to ensure that those skills are properly valued. We must build systems that connect effort with opportunity for our young people. And let us be honest with ourselves. Sometimes the challenge is not just only access. Sometimes we tick all of those boxes. Sometimes opportunities are influenced by who we are, whose child you are, whether someone knows you, whether someone likes you, whether someone feels comfortable with you. And sometimes opportunities are influenced by who you support or the colors we see. And that reality can be discouraging. And we've seen that so often in this present administration. But that is why systems must be fair, because a country cannot progress if opportunity is limited to familiarity. A country progresses when opportunity is based on preparation, effort, and merit. So young people should never feel that their future depends on a favor instead of their ability. And I remember speaking to a police officer and he said something. He said, "Girl, we have supervisors on top supervisors. People can't even do the work, but they put in them there." And he said one thing about Dr. Mitchell: people were promoted based on merit, on who can do the job and who can do it well. And that, brothers and sisters, is good leadership. Because ultimately, a country progresses when competence is recognized, when excellence is rewarded, and when effort is valued. Politics should never divide communities. We may compete during elections, but we must always remember that we serve the very same people. We live among the same people. We want progress for the very same country. People want leadership that understands their reality. People want leadership that listens and leadership that acts. And the new National Party has that leadership ability in our political leader, Sister Emilyn, Pierre. And when we saw a proliferation of gang activity affecting our young people, our political leader, the then Minister of Youth, Honorable Emilyn, Pierre, she stepped in, guided and mentored and helped create pathways for young people who simply needed direction. Brothers and sisters, that's leadership. And if anyone tells you that we do not care about young people, tell them to wheel and come again. You don't see we chairman? You don't see how he looking young and nice with the tight shirt and the three-quarter pants? Come on now, man. But St. Andrews, I just want to talk to you a bit. Imagine what it would mean for the countryside to have a prime minister who truly understands the needs and dreams of the rural communities. Someone who understands the journey from humble beginnings. Someone who understands the strength of village life. Someone who understands the importance of opportunity reaching every corner of this country. A leader who will champion our local concerns and bring that voice, the talent and innovation to our parish to the highest level of national leadership. And speaking of champions, St. Andrews Northeast, you have my colleague, my fellow short boss, the unstoppable Kate, former Minister of Youth, a woman who has demonstrated commitment through action, like with Project Fly for at-risk youths. She's present in your community. Every saraka, every funeral, every community event, always on the ground, always accessible, and you can find her on Facebook, as Brother Jelani said. And she's always representing you. Sister Kate understands that representation is not a title, and that representation is service. She has your interests at heart, St. Andrews Northeast, and that is the type of leadership that we must continue to support. But this moment is not simply about politics. This moment is about direction. This moment is about ensuring that our young people are equipped not only to survive, but to dominate, to lead, to innovate, to build, and to compete globally. We understand in the new National Party that preparing for tomorrow requires more than good intentions. It requires forward-thinking leadership that recognizes where the world is going and positions our young people to succeed in that world. It means strengthening pathways between education and opportunity. It means ensuring skills are relevant to the realities of the modern economy. It means creating an environment where entrepreneurship is possible, innovation is supported, and talent is valued. It means ensuring that young people are equipped not only academically, but practically. Because the global economy is evolving, and our young people must be equipped to evolve with it. We must ensure that our youths are not left trying to adapt to change, but are prepared to lead that change. Because tomorrow's economy will require new skills. It will require adaptability. It will require creativity and innovation. And we must ensure that our young people are ready. Because when our young people are ready and prepared, they become productive, stronger, and stable. They are less vulnerable to distractions like gambling, violence, conflict, and reduces idleness. So brothers and sisters, the future is not something that we enter. The future is something that we create. And together with the new National Party, we will continue creating opportunities for our young people to succeed, to contribute, and to lead that change. And because youth development does not begin only when you are in government, youth development is a commitment, a responsibility, and a duty to the future of this country. That is why even in opposition, we have made a conscious effort to continue facilitating programs to assist our young people. From sporting initiatives that keep our young men and women focused and disciplined, to job fairs that connect talent with opportunity, to scholarships that allow ambition to become achievement. We have remained committed to preparing our young people for success. So before I leave, I just want to encourage our young people that your dreams are valid. Your ambitions are necessary. Your contribution is important. And your future matters to us in the new National Party. And together the new National Party will ensure that you are ready. Ready with skilled young people, ready with confident young people, ready with innovative young people, and ready with determined young people. And let us work together to build a country where effort leads to opportunity, where our young people can say, my future has a place here. NNP has always believed, has always invested, and has always worked to create that opportunity. And with your support, you supporting Sister Kate Lewis, you are creating and expanding your opportunities, and we will get things done. NNPites! NNPites! I say, if you believe in a new National Party, say house! 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 And if you believe in Sister Kate Lewis, say Kate! Kate! Kate, Kate, Kate! Brothers and sisters, I always say it, and may I remind you that our house is solid and our pillars are still strong. Our house is solid and our pillars are still strong. And brothers and sisters, there is always room in the house of the new National Party. Thank you.
You hear it? I told you.
You believe that you have made the right choice.
But I hope you remember. I hope you remember what you said. For our youthful population, you're not entering into the future. You have to create it. You have to work with us now. You know, there was a very popular song in Trinidad for the last carnival. Real popular. I think everybody like it. Me and all, yes. If you don't see me, put on. I didn't know I could have danced so still, you know. I would have sing it for you, but I changed my mind. What did the fella say again? You know how to do the work? oh, he say. He say, yeah, do it. Who's singing it there? Not you, Linda, nah? Yeah? You don't have to worry yourself. She say, I will do the work. But not in politics, you know. In politics, we have to do the work. Yeah? So be prepared. Young people leading, those of us who are a little bit more golden in our years, we will follow. So that's in the NNP. Now we keep moving, and we go mix up the thing. It's like domino. Not woman alone tonight. Yeah? Yes, well, that's why we say if you put a woman in front, a man will be behind. My brothers and sisters, put your hand together. Put them and make some noise for brother Robert. Robert White.
The hills of the north, to the shores of Grenada, the son of the soil, Robert White. Village breeze in the morning sun, raised where the river and the ocean run. Father with a purpose in his sight.
Keep it going.
Robert White. Hands that build and
stand up, stand up.
Feel the people everywhere. When the nation call, he step up right. Love in motion, Robert White.
Hear me now.
We're not chase high. Stamp on truth, defend what's right. From the struggle come the light. Forward we go with Robert White.
Live it up, live it high. Salute the man, Robert White. From the village road to the city light. Stand for.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you, Mr. DJ.
Oh, we rise together, shining bright.
My brothers and sisters from TIvoli and the surrounding areas, good night. You know, tonight I enjoy this singular distinction of being the only male on the platform, apart from the chairman, who's placed or given the responsibility among the 4 beautiful ladies that's going to be presenting here tonight. And that is exciting because I tell you this, they're not just beautiful, you know. They also have a strong measure, equal measure of intelligence. And I want to ask you to put your hands for the speakers here tonight, the 4 ladies that I'm happy to be among. Brother Master of Ceremonies, Roland Bowler, our political leader who is on the way, fellow candidates who are here present this evening, other constituency representatives, brothers and sisters, once again, good evening. I bring you fraternal greetings from St. Patrick East. They tell me to tell you, they love you bad. Right? And they also asked me to share with you a little secret. But they asked me to ensure that you wouldn't keep the secret for yourself, that you will also share it. And so, as dutiful as I am, I'm going to tell you the secret. There are whispers taking place. And they say the dual powerhouse of St. Patrick constituencies, East and West, giving them real trouble this year. But remember, they said, don't keep that secret to yourself. Go and tell everybody. So I want you to promise me that tonight when you leave, everybody know by tomorrow morning. Is that a deal? Wonderful. Tonight I want to address a couple issues that are extremely dear to my heart. When I was launched a couple of weeks ago, it feels like so long now, but it was a couple of weeks ago, sometime in February, was it? And so tonight, when people are affected, it affects me too. And I get concerned. And there are some issues that I'm concerned about. And I shall share a few of them. You see, brothers and sisters, when we speak about development, healthcare, and the future of St. Patrick, we must always begin with the people who we are trying to serve. There is no question that healthcare in Grenada is under pressure, is there? Every family in this country knows someone who has had to wait too long to see a doctor, too long for a test, too long for surgery, too long for answers. We know what it means when a patient must travel to St. George's for specialist care. We know what it means when families have to raise money to fly their loved ones overseas to seek medical attention. We know what it is when nurses are overworked, doctors are stretched, clinics are under-resourced, and equipments are outdated. So let us be very clear. We agree that Grenada needs major investment in healthcare. We agree that our people deserve modern facilities. We agree that healthcare must improve. So we are not against a new hospital. No patriotic Grenadian will oppose better healthcare. But the question is not whether healthcare should improve. The real question is Project Polaris the best approach for Grenada at this time? I want to ask a question again. Is Project Polaris the best approach for Grenada at this time? You see, sisters and brothers, when government speaks about borrowing approximately $285 million US, the people have a right to ask questions. Asking questions is not anti-development. Asking questions is not negativity. Asking questions can be considered one of the conduits to responsible leadership. Because you see, brothers and sisters, every dollar borrowed today becomes a burden on taxpayers tomorrow. And when you are asking a country the size of Grenada to carry debt of that magnitude, you cannot simply ask people to trust you. You must show your work. You must explain the numbers. You must tell the country exactly what informed the figure. How much of the US $285 million is for buildings? How much is for land preparation? How much is for roads, utilities, drainage, and infrastructure? How much is for medical equipment? How much is for operating theaters, laboratories, imaging machines, ICU units, dialysis equipment, maternity wards, pediatric care, and emergency services? How much is being allocated for staffing? Because buildings do not save lives. Doctors save lives. Nurses save lives. Technicians save lives. Therapists save lives. So then we must ask, how much will it cost to recruit the human resource required? Will Grenada have to support or import, specialists? How much will we pay them? Will local nurses and doctors receive better salaries so that they stay here instead of leaving to go abroad seeking greener pastures? How much will it cost every year just to keep the hospital running? Electricity, maintenance, security, cleaning, insurance, medical supplies. technology upgrades, ambulance services, waste disposal. What will be the annual operating cost? You see, brothers and sisters, these are the important questions we need answers for. But you know something? The government and the cronies have a way of behaving that when you ask questions, you are anti-government. We don't have a right to question anything because they have the ultimate responsibility, and they have all the intelligence in the world. So whatever they say is law. But this is our country, this is Grenada, and we have a right to question. So, you know, the Dem Jones and the Freddie Hendricks and those people who operate the podcast and so, they don't like when we ask questions and they consider us anti-government. Well, if we are anti-government, so be it. But one thing that is certain is that we are pro-Grenada. And if that is the way we'll show our love and our concern from this country by asking questions, we're asking questions from now until election is called. So we shall continue to ask the questions. Where is the money coming from? Will services remain affordable for ordinary people? Sisters and brothers, I want to ask a question again. Will the services remain affordable for our ordinary people? Will Grenadians have to pay more out of pocket? Will there be private management? Will there be user fees? Will poor people still have equal access? These are not unreasonable questions. These are the questions any serious government should answer before taking a loan of that size. Because the truth is, Grenadians have seen too many projects launched with excitement and slogans only to become delayed, over budget, or incomplete. People are tired of pretty renderings and grand announcements. People want facts. We want timelines. We want accountability. And while we discuss Project Polaris, we must also ask a larger question. Can Grenada afford to place so much focus on one massive project while other parts of the country continue to struggle with basic development needs? Because if we are serious about balanced development, then St. Patrick must be part of the conversation. For too long, and I'm switching gears here a bit, for too long St. Patrick has been treated like an afterthought. Too many promises, too many announcements, too little delivery, and two MP who he doesn't see. I had to slip in that two there because it's not on the script, but it fit right in there like hand in glove. You see, St. Patrick needs development that people can see, touch, and benefit from. And one of the biggest opportunities sitting before us is the idea of a true Port St. Patrick. Not just a breakwater project, not just a sea defense project. And I tell you something about that sea defense that I see quickly scrambled. The thing is, what I see happening there now could never be the result of careful planning. For 3.5 years, the government ignored the issue of the erosion at St. Patrick. And now, with the election right around the corner, they're digging up every stone and lever and bring it down the road. And putting it on the shore so that the beachfront becomes significantly and seriously compromised. I am sure that there must be a better way to handle this project. And certainly, not if, but when the NNP gets into office, we will show them the correct approach to ensuring that we do something proper down the road as an extension or part of our concept of a port project. You see, a real port development plan can re-energize the entire parish. Sisters and brothers, I want to ask you to close your eyes with me for a bit. Just close your eye. We're going to do some imaginings. Imagine with your eyes closed at St. Patrick where yachts can dock safely. Imagine a Sutter's waterfront that attracts visitors, restaurants, small businesses, water taxis, fishing activity, and marine services. Imagine a greater trade link through the Grenadines. Imagine a port that creates jobs for young people. Boat repair, hospitality, tourism, cargo handling, transport services, fishing, retail services. Keep your eyes closed, sisters and brothers. A properly developed port in St. Patrick's could change the economy of the parish in particular, but the island of Grenada by extension. It could bring life back into Sutter's. It could create opportunities for people who now feel that they have none. And this is why the Sutter's Port Project must be revisited. You can open your eyes now, sisters and brothers. I'm sure you liked what you saw. If you like what you saw, say, Port St. Patrick. Port St. Patrick. Thank you. You see, it cannot remain rather another promise sitting on a shelf, because St. Patrick deserves major investments too. And when we speak about St. Patrick, we must also speak about agriculture. Agriculture is not just about farming. Ask Brother Bola. Agriculture is about food security. It's about jobs. It's about reducing imports. Agriculture is about keeping money in Grenada. And St. Patrick's has the land. St. Patrick's has the tradition. But farmers need better roads. They need access to water. They need access to financing. They need proper markets. They need storage facilities, processing plants. They need support. So if Grenada is serious about food security, then St. Patrick must be at the center of that discussion. Because a country that cannot feed itself will be always vulnerable. And we see what's happening now with the wars. First it was Ukraine, now it's Iran. And every time those fellas behave bad up there, we see trouble down here. Prices of things skyrocket. Gas prices going up. Food prices will go up. The cost of everything will go up, especially that we don't manufacture much down here. So we import everything. So yes, let us discuss Port Polaris. Or not Port, sorry, but Project Polaris. But let us also discuss healthcare. Let us discuss modern facilities. Let us also remember that development is bigger than this one project. Development means roads, ports, agriculture, jobs, opportunity. Development means ensuring that every parish, including St. Patrick, gets its fair share. The people of Grenada are not against progress, but they want progress that makes sense. Isn't that right? They want progress that is properly planned. They want progress that is transparent. And we want progress that does not mortgage the future without clear answers in the present. Life, sisters and brothers, is about people. So when you put people first, you do not simply announce projects. You explain them. You justify them. You cost them properly. You build trust. And you make sure that no parish, no community, and no family is left behind. That's the kind of development Grenada needs. That is the kind of development St. Patrick needs. And that is the kind of development we must continue to fight for. And as we look at healthcare, agriculture, ports, roads, jobs, and the future of St. Patrick's, let us consistently remember one thing. Life is about people. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pleasure.
From the hills of the north to the shores of Grenada, the son of the soul.
We thank Brother White. And remember, Project Polaris is not the only thing that Grenada needs. We still need medication in the hospital. And we still need a little job so that we can send our children to school. And a lot more things that we need. And you go hear about them, you know. But I must tell you this. All you NNP people nice, yes? I know NNP means nice people. But all you trust Robert so much that all you close all your eyes. You must trust your people. But don't trust everybody, you know. You could trust those in NNP. Because a fella was going to his uncle's funeral. And he was a little bit late. Because he had something on the job that he had to complete. So he's zooming down the road. And he met a group of guys lying on the side. So he said, guys, tell me the quickest way to get to the cemetery. Oh, they say no problem. We say no problem, man. They say, you see that little hill going down there? Just press the gas, close your eye, and you get into the cemetery. I don't know why all you chose Robert so. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. We're talking progress. We're talking development. They're talking Polaris. I'm bringing to you a speaker this time who will tell you about so many other things that the government ain't concentrating on, but NNP will take care of it. My brothers and sisters, put your hands together as we welcome Teacher Lisa, Miss Marcia Francis, to the microphone.
They say the boss lady is coming, so I have to wait. Everybody, let's stand as we welcome our political leader. Let's stand, everyone.
Stand out in a battle and I represent the truth. Me nah go say I road and see bad things and keep me mouth from mute. I got a strong reggae beat with a mic in my hand. To lead out the youth about a distance.
Our political leader, Honorable Emilyn Pierre. The short woman of the hour. Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters. Master of Ceremony, Mr. Roland Bowler. My colleagues and friends in the house, candidates all. And I want us to shout at Mikey Live. He's always there. Put your hands together for him. And you know something? Teacher Lisa has learned and she has done her homework. So Teacher Lisa says, NNPites! I say NNPites! How about St. Andrew Northwest? Let's hear it for St. Andrew Northeast. Listen, they say the people in the West is giving a lot of West. My brothers and sisters, I greet you and I greet you well. My brothers and sisters of St. Andrew Northeast, I bring you warm greetings from St. Andrew Northwest. Yes, give it up for St. Andrew Northwest. Brothers and sisters, tonight I do not stand here as a stranger. I stand as a sister. I stand as a fellow servant of the people. And as someone who firmly believes that what affects one constituency affects us all. Because whether it is northwest or northeast, our struggles are shared. And so too must be our solutions. Yes, let's give it up. Let's give it up for our brother. Adrian Joseph is in the house. And so tonight I wish to speak on some social issues that are affecting our people in St. Andrew Northwest and definitely in St. Andrew Northeast. And I'm doing so with the intention for a collective and collaborative change. I am doing this not just to speak of it, but I'm doing this so we can realize a collaborative and collective effort for its change. Brothers and sisters, I had the privilege of visiting several communities within St. Andrew Northwest constituency. And what I encountered can be seen as beautiful and also deeply concerning. Brothers and sisters, as I walked among the people and as I listened to their stories and I saw the realities firsthand, one truth stood out clearly. And that truth is, too many of our people are facing not just severe hardship, but gross injustice. And when injustice becomes a daily reality for ordinary people, it is no longer just a problem. It is a call for action, and it is a call for change. Because I said no nation can truly move forward when its people are being left behind, overlooked, and treated unfairly. Brothers and sisters, I have met senior citizens. Now, let me say this before I get into this. You know, some time ago, I heard the radio station, I heard Francis Pierre, I heard Real FM. I heard these people talking about the seed program and the senior people. And you know, I listened. But it is now, it makes much sense to me. I've seen it, I've felt it, I've observed it. I have met senior citizens who have given their lives in service to the country. Yet today, many are being removed from the social support system, like the seed program, leaving these people without any reliable means of income. I say without any reliable means of income. Some cannot even afford to fix a simple rotted dough. Some cannot even afford to repair their fallen pillars or purchase medication they need. And my people, these people are not just females. They are both males and females, senior citizens. And these people, they are crying out. They are crying out loudly. They are crying out for help. They are crying out to be seen. And they are crying out to be treated with dignity. And brothers and sisters, you know what is even more troubling? Is the fact that some of these very seniors, regardless of who they support, even those who support the incumbent, they too are removed. Let me say this, and let me say this clear, brothers and sisters. As the candidate of St. Andrew Northwest, I am not here to idly complain or criticize. I am here speaking from what I have seen. I am here speaking from what I have heard. And I am here speaking from my experience with these people. And when our people are crying out, I will not stay silent. No, I would not stay silent, because real leadership speaks truth and it demands better for all. You see, this is not about party. It is not about color. It is about people and what they experience. Our seniors must be honored, and there is no doubt about this. They must be respected. They must be cared for, not punished, not neglected, and certainly not discarded after giving their lives in service to our country. We must ensure that those most in need are the ones who receive support, brothers and sisters. Not just those who are politically convenient. That is justice. In my lifetime, brothers and sisters, I was blessed to have cared for 2 grandmothers, and not just them, for other elderlies within my community. And I have a fair understanding as to the blessings that come along with that. And so we all deserve to gain that blessing for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We must stand firm for the seniors, brothers and sisters. And you know, I would definitely advocate for all our seniors. You know why? Not just because they're seniors. But I am not far from becoming a senior like them. In the next 10 years, I would be considered a senior as well. And I definitely do not want to experience what I have been experiencing as I walked around. Brothers and sisters, I've seen too many young people without jobs, without opportunities, and without direction. Young men and women who are willing to work, willing to contribute, but are left idle. And when a nation leaves its young people behind, brothers and sisters, it risks its very future. But I must say this, and this is an applaudable moment for the young people. Some of our young people are trying, and they're trying hard, and they deserve to be commended for that. Come on and let us applaud our youth throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And because they are making this effort, they must be applauded and they must be supported for the initiatives that they have taken. But still, there are too many who are left hopeless and in need of directions. Many of our young people are turning to agriculture, and it is a good thing. It is a very good thing. Working the land, trying to build something for themselves. Yet when these people seek assistance, brothers and sisters, they want some form of access, some small financing. When they seek such, they are turned away. They're denied. And they're not just denied because it doesn't have. They're denied by the perception of our leaders. This is injustice. I have met families, brothers and sisters, trying to build their homes, just needing a little help to complete a roof, to make the houses safe. But they too are denied, not based on need, but based on labels. Brothers and sisters, let me remind us all that the resources of Grenada belong to all its people. Whether you support green, yellow, orange, or no color at all, you are entitled to fairness. You are entitled to opportunity, and you are entitled to respect. No one should be marginalized because of the political affiliation. No one. Brothers and sisters, I have also heard the concerns of workers, especially those in small jobs, who are being questioned, chastised, and even threatened, not because of poor performances in the workplace, but because it is believed that they support the opposition. Their livelihoods are being put at risk based on assumptions. Yet, brothers and sisters, at the same time, there are others in high positions, in public offices, who openly display their political support, attend meetings and campaign without any consequences. Tell me about this. Just tell me about this. That is not fairness, brothers and sisters. I said that is not justice. And justice must never be selective. Brothers and sisters, before I enter the political arena, I, Marcia Francis, understood what love is. And before I got into politics, there was love. And love shall continue. Brothers and sisters, we are human beings. I have many friends who are NDC. I have many friends who are in the movement. I have many friends who are NNP. And if you look sharp, I'm certain I have many friends who are the Gulp. I still believe I have many friends who are in Uncle Gary's party. But that does not determine how we treat the people. Whether we should treat them unjustly, whether we should love them or not. My love continues for everyone, brothers and sisters. And I am going to continue to respect each and every one and treat them humanely, regardless of the colors. But you know something, brothers and sisters? These days I have been experiencing a culture shock. I never knew that, as I said, I knew love, regardless. But nowadays, it seems like anyone who is seen with Teacher Lisa, anyone who is around Teacher Lisa, and anyone who is in the presence of Teacher Lisa, by the time night falls, the phones are lighting, and they are being bullied. But I say to us, brothers and sisters, Teacher Lisa remains, so the phones would continue and the messages would continue. You know what? I didn't even realize that, the capital L in Lisa is for love. You know something, brothers and sisters, and this brings me to the fundamental truth. This is not the kind of politics we should accept. I said it is not the sort of politics we should accept. What we are seeing, and it feels like victimization, favoritism, fear, and exclusion, is a misuse of politics, not its true purpose. Politics at its best, brothers and sisters, must be about service to people, not control over people. I said politics at its best is fair distribution of resources, not selective access. Politics at its best is representation of all citizens, not just supporters. And politics at its best is building unity, not deepening division. And certainly, it is about creating opportunities, not blocking it. Politics should never make people afraid to speak. It shouldn't make people afraid to walk, not to survive. And I want to say this, and I want to say this tonight and clearly. I refuse to subscribe to this kind of politics. Marcia Francis, refuses to subscribe to such politics. Politics does not have to be this way, brothers and sisters. Politics is what we make it. It is shaped by our actions, our words, and our leadership. And if politics today feels divisive, it is because of how it has been practiced. But it can be changed, brothers and sisters. Politics can be changed, and it must be changed. And this change must first begin with us. That change of politics must begin with us as leaders and politicians. Our leadership influences a wide cross-section of our Grenadian people, both home and abroad. Therefore, we must be example. We must be the example and the agent of change. This definition of what we call dirty politics has to change. Let us remember, brothers and sisters, that Grenada was once a united place. We respected each other, we lived together, we supported one another regardless of the political differences. We did not allow politics to divide our homes and communities. And so if we want to see the growth that our people are deserving of, we must endorse progress over dirty politics. We need to return to that place. I say, brothers and sisters, let love and unity be our code in the house. No matter where we stand, because we are all Grenadians first. As an educator, I served everyone, regardless of status, color, background, or government. Regardless of the political affiliation. I stood for justice without fear and without partiality. And that is what I bring to politics today, brothers and sisters. To those of you who know me, you know that what I stand for. And I will always advocate for fairness, equality, justice for every single person within the Tri-Island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. And I'm not going to do that for some. I'm not going to do that for a few. But I am going to do this for all. My brothers and sisters, I have seen homes without roofs, families struggling to survive, communities lacking opportunity and support. These are not isolated issues, brothers and sisters. They are signs of a system that must be fixed. Leader of the opposition, they are signs that we, the NNP, have to fix. But I must say this, brothers and sisters. I am convinced that a new national party is not without hope, because we have solutions for all of these problems. We must ensure that our senior citizens are protected and prioritized. I said we must ensure that our senior citizens are protected and given priority. That those in need receive support, and that no elderly person is removed from essential programs like SID without fairness, transparency, and compassion. the new National Party, we will invest in our young people by creating community-based training and tutoring programs, building skills in agriculture, construction, business, and technology right within the various communities. I said we must support, and we will support the farmers, especially the young farmers. Everybody is going into farming now. With access to land, financing, tools, and guidance, so that the efforts would not be wasted. We must ensure that assistance, whether from housing, small businesses, or social support, is distributed and distributed fairly and transparently. And that must be done based on the needs, not politics. We must protect workers so that no one lives in fear of losing their job because of perceived political views. Our workers must be protected. We must continue to care for our elderly, ensuring they live with dignity and receive the support that they deserve. And we must invest in community development, creating opportunities, strengthening infrastructure, and building safer, stronger communities. But most importantly, we must restore decency in leadership. We must restore decency in leadership. Leadership must be about service. It must be about people. It must be about doing that which is right, even when it is not easy to do. And so tonight I stand here not just to speak, but I stand in full support of my dear sister and colleague here in St. Andrew Northeast, Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters. Because leadership matters, sister. Representation matters. And choosing the right person to serve matters. I said together we can build Grenada where fairness is not selective, where opportunity is not restricted, and where every citizen is treated with dignity. I said together, let us rise above division. I said together, let us rise and stand for justice. Together, let us choose love. And together, let us choose unity. Let that be our code for the new National Party across St. Andrew Northwest and St. Andrew Northwest. In fact, the whole of Grenada. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Robert, you're too jealous. Sit down. Because you see Nimrod hug, you want hug too. I just want to recognize two of our candidates who came in while we were in the process, and I just asked them by no order just to stand and take a bow. Our representative or candidate for Northeast St. George, I didn't call his name yet, but he's standing already. Nimrod, Oliver, we love you in Northeast. It's Northeast and Northeast. I see another one walking in, stand up right there, sir. Don't go nowhere. Tongue of St. George, Brother Troy Noel. And of course, Brother Dr. Adrian Joseph, Northwest St. George. Thank you. We got to move. I hope all of us go to church, so all you know that song. You got to move. Yeah? Anybody could sing that? You got to move when the Spirit say move. Because we are going to a place now where everybody have to listen attentive. Great silence. Silence in the house. Because I want to introduce to you the leader, the short boss, the queen of St. Andrews Northeast. Please put your hands together. Sister Kate, Skeeter, Louis. Don't come with plenty paper, eh? Because I go stop. Please.
She's unstoppable. She fit and she able, she's unstoppable. Kate unstoppable. She's unstoppable. Kate unstoppable. She's unstoppable. They could get on a ruly, go on Facebook and bully. Bad man has a play time.
NNPites! NNP! St. Andrew Northeast! Good night, my dear brothers and sisters. Let's get it again. NNPites! The house solid! The house solid! I say love in the house. Let me, of course, say good night, a special good night to our distinguished political leader. She will be our first female prime minister, making Big Parish proud. And of course, the whole of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, my colleague candidates who are here, all of the visiting constituencies, but a special good night to my people, St. Andrew Northeast. Brothers and sisters, tonight I stand before you full of gratitude. Gratitude for a people who have never wavered in their support. Gratitude for a constituency that has stood firm through every season. Gratitude for you, the proud, loyal, resilient people of St. Andrew Northeast. From the late Oliver Archibald to my dear Roland Bowler, and now to me, your daughter, your sister, your representative, your candidate for the upcoming elections, the unstoppable. I say the unstoppable, Kate Louis Peters. You have kept our constituency strong in the house of the new National Party. And let me say this clear tonight. We do not take your loyalty for granted. We do not take your commitment lightly, because your support, and let me say that because I want everyone to hear, because your support is not blind support. Your support is as a result of the work we have done by the new National Party to deliver to you, the people of our constituency. You have stood with the new National Party because you know, without a doubt, that it is the NNP that cares, that truly cares for the people of this country. Whether in government or in opposition. And when you entrusted me with this responsibility in 2018, I made a promise to you, a promise to improve your lives and livelihoods. And together, we formed a partnership a partnership that delivered real benefits to our people of this constituency. And you see, brothers and sisters, I like to remind you and to remind them, because they want people and they want us to believe that we did nothing. So here it goes. Let me remind them. We invested heavily in infrastructure in this constituency. It was not just about talk and promises, but it was real, visible development. And let me remind you of the construction of the Paradise Football Clubhouse, the refurbishment and lighting of the Pearls basketball court, bringing back life to the community, the development of the airplane area in Pearls with toilet facility, the upgrade and expansion of the Paraclete Bridge, the construction of the Blaise Main Road, complete with proper railings for the safety of our people, the construction of the bridge in La Porterie heading to Moonlight City, the development of the La Porterie playing field with bleachers, with railings, and of course the initiating for its lighting, the ICT Center in Upper St. John's, the renovation of the Ahoma Community Center, now into a medical center. We didn't stop there, brothers and sisters. We delivered thousands and thousands of feet of road throughout every nook and cranny in this constituency. Who remembers the Dunfermline Back Road, the Dog Lane Road in Conference, the Bendigo Road in Pearls, the Ahoma Bay Road, the Seaman Back Road, and Beach Road, the Baghdad Road development? These are just to name a few, brothers and sisters. So when they said we do nothing, we must remind them of the work that we did within this constituency. But my people, we did not only build roads and bridges, we were also building lives through our many community enhancement initiatives. We ensured that development reached the homes of our people. We installed pipes for every household in Baghdad, so no family had to go to the standpipe any longer. We brought pipe-borne water to every household in Upper St. John's, because for many years, due to the elevation, they were denied this basic need of water. We ensured that the people who lived in Farmers Village of Pearls got access to electricity, because it was a new community that we developed. We constructed hundreds of bathrooms and toilets throughout the length and breadth of our constituency. And we had a special focus on single-parent families, the elderlies, and families with disability. Because you see, brothers and sisters, we understood that dignity starts at home. And when we did it, I want you to listen to this. When we did it for the dignity of our people, not for no big opening ceremony. Did you hear that? Not for no big opening ceremony. That is why the people of Baghdad will not be participating in no opening ceremony for no bathroom and toilet program. This was a right and this was a responsibility as a party in government. Brothers and sisters, these are real results that we have delivered. But we understand that development is not just about concrete and steel. We must develop our most precious resource, and that is our people. And that is why, brothers and sisters, we have invested so much in our young people like never before. Through the New Imani program, many of our young people found their first opportunity. their first job, their first step into the working world. Through our Empower program and programs like Project Fly, our young men were given pathways to skills development, growth, and personal development. Through the Youth Bees program, many young entrepreneurs received grants and loans, turning their ideas into businesses, taking it from dreams to reality. But we didn't just invest in our youth. We invested in our education for our people, because when it comes to education, we opened doors for many of our students. Our students benefited from scholarships, tuition assistance, and transportation support, because we ensured that no child in St. Andrew Northeast were left behind simply because they did not have the finances. Brothers and sisters, this is what people-centered leadership looks like. And this is under the new National Party government. I say to you, brothers and sisters, let's look around today. Let's look around today, because the only two major projects standing in our constituency right now was started, developed, and handed over by our new National Party team. Let us talk the truth. They must learn to speak the truth. So tonight, let us talk the truth. Take the Grenada Christian Academy, the new schools for the students who attend the Grenada Christian Academy. A project handed over to them on a silver platter. Funding approved, designs completed, drawings completed, environmental assessments done, consultations finished, procurement finished, and contract awarded before June 2022. We must remind them to speak the truth. But what happened? 4 years later, we are still waiting for the completion of this project. And do you know they are planning to use it as an election ploy? But they cannot fool our people, because they could only fool you once, and they did that in 2022. But tell them, try to fool you again, they would only be fooling themselves, because we, the people of St. Andrew Northeast, we are ready to get rid of them. Are you ready, St. Andrew Northeast? What about the Seamoon Cultural Center? A gift, another gift handed over to them. The construction was already started. A 2-year project. Where is it today? 4 years later, we are still waiting. Construction delayed, progress delayed, promises broken. But brothers and sisters, you know, the past 4 years have not been easy. Did you hear me? The past 4 years have not been easy. The cost of living continues to rise. Families are struggling. Businesses are crying out for support. And what has this government done to ease the burden on our people? What have they done? They have done little and next to nothing. And brothers and sisters, you know the difference. You know that the new National Party will continue to remain strong, because the people of our country knows that when we are in office, in and out of office, we remain dear to the people and we deliver to the people of our country. And that is why St. Andrew Northeast will continue to remain strong in the house of the new National Party. because you know the difference. You lived the difference. And tonight, I say to all of you, I say to each and every one of you that Team NNP is coming right back. Team NNP is coming right back. We will continue the work. We will rebuild stronger. We will invest in our young people because they deserve opportunities. They deserve engagement and hope. No young person in this country must feel forgotten. We will bring back all the community enhancement programs, and we will do it in a fair, transparent, and respectful manner. No more disrespect, my people. No more favoritism. Every single person deserves a fair chance to achieve a benefit. So let me remind them that this constituency of St. Andrew Northeast has a voice. Let me remind them that this voice is united, strong, and ready. And when the time comes, St. Andrew Northeast will once again be first in line, loud and proud, for the new national party. Because this is your party. This is our party. This is your future. And I, as your representative, your servant, the unstoppable, Honorable Kate Louis Peters, remains committed to you. Together we will rise. Together we will build. And together we will win. God bless each and every one of you, my dear brothers and sisters of St. Andrew Northeast.
What? The election ain't announced yet, you know. All you wait. Small axe, that one bad. That one bad. That one bad. Well, we heard it from the lady herself. She tell you she ready. St. Andrews Northeast, you ready? All right. I tell you, don't follow the fella in Trinidad. I'm saying, take it easy, I will do the work. We have to do the work. Prepare yourself. I like this song every time Miss Pierre coming. Yeah, they just play it. I keep playing it. When Miss Pierre coming, say they want to put on the Gideon boots and the khaki suit. I hope you have yours. Yeah, because we have to represent not only the youth, but all of the people. But tonight is not my time. No, it's not my time. My time gonna come. I will be on the platform. But tonight, I want you, when I say raise your voice and your hands, do that, and then sit down quietly and listen. Because our political leader is here. And she come to speak to us. And if we don't listen to the message, then we can't do the work. Right? So, Mike, you ready? Let's get it. Put your hands together.
This one,
and let us invite our political leader, the one and only Emilyn Pierre, to speak to us.
Marching on to victory. All right, NNP, we marching on.
marching on to victory. And so tonight I want to recognize Grenada Caracou, P.T. Matnick. All right. Brothers and sisters, tonight let's get moving really quickly. And I want to take the opportunity to recognize our chairman of tonight's proceedings and General Secretary of the New National Party, Brother Roland Bola. I recognize every candidate that is present tonight. Put your hands together for them. Our sister of the hour, Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters, executive members of the party, brothers and sisters, good night. Good night to you. And all of those who are listening throughout Grenada, Caracou, and P.T. Martinique. Brothers and sisters, tonight, I want to remind us of the reality in this country. Brothers and sisters, in June 2022, the people of Grenada voted for better. You think anybody voted for worse? Every single person that voted the National Democratic Congress voted for better. But the reality, brothers and sisters, today is that things are getting worse. Brothers and sisters, if we talk about cost of living, it's getting worse. If we speak about health care, it's getting worse. If we speak about crime, particularly gun crime in this country, it is getting worse. If we speak about young people not being engaged in this country, it is getting worse. If we speak about victimization, it is getting worse. And if we speak about corruption, it's the worst we have heard allegations of corruption in this country. Brothers and sisters, the question is, therefore, in light of the current situation, what is the distraction? And if you listen carefully and you look carefully, you're going to realize, brothers and sisters, big ideas, big announcements. It is the biggest distraction when you look around today. And I say distractions because it is intended to pull wool over the eyes of Grenadians of the realities that face our people today. And you heard previous speakers make reference to this. But I say to you tonight, brothers and sisters, you can go to sleep tonight confident of the commitment of the new national party that we are coming back to do better by the people of Grenada, Caracou, and P.T. Martinique. Brothers and sisters, we are coming back to do better. And that is why tonight I say to you that the new national party is better for everybody in this country. Our track record is clear. Brothers and sisters, it's not just talking better, but we can go back to a track record under the leadership of the former Prime Minister of this country, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. Brothers and sisters, our track record is best. If you put every former government together, the NNP track record will still be best among them all. We have the better track record. But tonight I want to focus on another better. And tonight I say to you, we don't just have the better team, but we have the best team in the history of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Brothers and sisters, tonight, this will be my singular focus. Because you see, as I prepared for this meeting, I thought of every single candidate that we've launched over the past couple weeks. And brothers and sisters, while we have not named the shadow cabinet, we have gone the first step to name spokespersons among the 15 candidates of the party. Brothers and sisters, when I look at the team, I say to you, there will be no headache in naming the new cabinet of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So I look tonight as we go around the tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, because I feel strongly that the future of this country rests in the hands of the team of the new national party led by Almighty God. Brothers and sisters, we are at a crossroad, and so the decisions that we make constituency by constituency will determine the future of this very country. So join me as I go around Grenada tonight. Brothers and sisters, we are in St. Andrew Northeast, the constituency that is held by a powerful parliamentary representative. And I say to you tonight, in politics, height don't matter. What matters is love for people. What matters is representation. And she's trying to tell you, clock it. Because I say to you tonight, you have an excellent parliamentary representative. My standards are very high. I believe, brothers and sisters, in proper representation. And when I say to you, Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters is my parliamentary representative, and I'm proud and satisfied with her performance in the parliament of this country, and every person in my house would be voting for Kate. Brothers and sisters, as I look forward, it's very easy to visualize Sister Kate, an outstanding educator, an outstanding youth leader. And so it's very easy to visualize her driving innovation in education, in skills training, and championing programs for the young people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Put your hands together for Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters. Brothers and sisters, Marcia Francis, Teacher Lisa, is a strong administrator. Brothers and sisters, she has served in the area of education for many years. And as I look to the future, I can see Sister Lisa, Teacher Lisa, championing education reform and special programs for supporting families and strengthening the needs of communities throughout this country. Brothers and sisters, Sister Amanda Japal George, brothers and sisters, a powerful youth voice, a powerful young woman, and a business manager at her age. I can see, brothers and sisters, as we look towards the future, I can see Sister Amanda fighting for every young person, fighting for young people who need a second chance in this country, for young people who want to make better choices and better lives, young people who are deprived of opportunities today. We going north. Brothers and sisters, Brother Robert White, an insurance professional, a cultural advocate, and a man who is ready to deliver for the people of St. Patrick West. Brothers and sisters, as I look towards the future, I see Brother White initiating and leading on programs and initiatives to preserve the culture of this country. As I wrote this, I thought about our patois, for example. Brothers and sisters, I see him as someone who has the potential to expand the creative economy, providing opportunities for young men and women, for experienced artists, and those who have helped to keep our culture intact. Brothers and sisters, put your hands together for Brother Robert White tonight. We are still in the north. Brother Jelani Glean, brothers and sisters, a young businessman, a farmer, a sports administrator. Brothers and sisters, as we look to the future, a brighter future for the people of this country, I can see people like Brother Jelani modernizing agriculture, expanding opportunities for young people, and ensuring that there are greater opportunities for young people to excel in every sporting discipline that you can think about. Brothers and sisters, we going west. Brother Alvin Dabrio, put your hands together for Brother Dabrio. Brothers and sisters, Brother Dabrio is an outstanding engineer and a successful businessman. I can see Brother Dabrio building on the legacy of infrastructural development in this country, public utilities being advanced for the development of our people, and of course, I can see him making a serious contribution where our fishermen of this country are concerned. Before I go forward, brothers and sisters, don't blink. Don't blink. I want you to pay attention, very careful attention, that every single name that I call tonight is coming with experience, is coming with a background of performance, and is coming ready to serve the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We gone to St. Mark. Sister Mayana Charles, Dr. Mayana Charles, a medical doctor, a public health professional. Brothers and sisters, without a doubt, as I look to the future, I see someone like Sister Mayana advancing quality health care throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And as I said before, the vision for health care, 30 minutes drive, you must have quality health care. Diagnostic services, ambulance services, brothers and sisters, taking health care to the next level. Put your hands together for Sister Mayana Charles. Brothers and sisters, we going into St. George's, and I want you to put your hands together for Dr. Adrian Joseph, an experienced foreign affairs professional and an experienced public servant in this country. Brothers and sisters, as I look to the future, and I want you to look forward with me, we're not going back. There's a song that says, we're not going back, we're moving ahead. And that is what we are doing in the new National Party. Brothers and sisters, as I look to the future, I can see Brother Adrian leading on strengthening Grenada's presence regionally and internationally, ensuring that once again Grenada is respected in the regional and international circles, and public service reform. Brothers and sisters, we're in St. George's still. Brother Troy Noel. Brothers and sisters, Brother Troy Noel is a committed educator, an accountant, and a businessman. As I look into the future, I can see Brother Troy ready to drive programs that will create new jobs, new opportunities that are going to help to stimulate the Grenadian economy, putting people to work. I ask you, put your hands together for Brother Troy Noel. We are still in St. George's. Put your hands together for Brother Nimrod Olivier, a seasoned retired lieutenant and a deep community activist. Brothers and sisters, as we look into the future, I can see Brother Nimrod Olivier leading brothers and sisters in dedicated services to ensure that our communities are secured and enhancing national security throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We're still in St. George's. Put your hands together for Brother Dwight Horsford, an experienced legal expert. Brothers and sisters, as we look forward, I can see Brother Dwight Horsford leading on ensuring that legislative reform in various areas are championed through the new national party, and that we are contributing to the national development agenda of this country. Put your hands together for Brother Dwight Horsford. We are still in St. George's, full of men. A team of men in St. George. When you come to Granville, you get a team of women. Brothers and sisters, put your hands together for Brother Christopher Diali. Brother Diali, a young, disciplined, forward-thinking professional and businessman, passionate about youth in cutting-edge businesses and digital transformation. So I can see Brother Diali leading a new era of youth in business and youth in transformation, real transformation in this country. We coming over to St. David. You ready for St. David? Brothers and sisters, Sister Nolan Thompson, put your hands together for Sister Nolan Thompson. Brothers and sisters, Sister Nolan Thompson is an experienced businesswoman, has a very strong interest in the development of the tourism sector. And as I look forward into the future, I see someone like Sister Nolan Thompson leading in the development and the strengthening of the tourism sector, but very importantly, improving the quality of life for children and adults with special needs throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Put your hands together. Brothers and sisters, all the way, Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Put your hands together for Brother Nolan Cox, an experienced public servant and a former Minister for Works, Infrastructure and Works, an infrastructure minister that delivered to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Brothers and sisters, as I look into the future, I see someone like Brother Cox with a deep commitment to infrastructural development, building on the legacy of the new National Party, and of course, leading the development in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, because they will never be left behind. Brothers and sisters, this team, as I said to you, comes with experience. They come with professionalism. They come ready to work, understanding what real work is all about. But I say to you tonight, the thing that I find common amongst every member of this team is their love for people. Put your hands together for every single one of them. I believe we have on this team fresh, meeting fearless, and a team, brothers and sisters, that is ready to serve our people. But you know what I consider to be a major asset for this team? That this team is supported by steady, seasoned champions, brothers and sisters, people who have served almost all their lives and have laid a foundation that is solid for this country, and they are still available to provide advice and support to this team. People like Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, people like Gregory Boeing, people like Clarice Modeste Cohen, brothers and sisters, people who have provided service in previous administration, like Brother Oliver Joseph and others. But you know what I also admire as an asset to this team are the people who are coming forward and saying, I am available to help and to serve in any way possible. And that is why I joined with Sister Lisa when she said earlier, brothers and sisters, this is not about color. Let's get it right. This is not about color. We have a country to rescue. We have a country to rebuild. We have people who are suffering, brothers and sisters, because their only crime was to choose a political party. But I say to you, the NNP is ready to serve Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So a vote for the NNP is a vote for better standard of living. A vote for the NNP is a vote for better governance. A vote for the NNP is a vote for better delivery of service to the people, better infrastructure, better health care, better housing, better opportunities for young people, better working conditions for workers, and better support for businessmen. Brothers and sisters, better support for farmers and fishermen. And I guarantee you tonight, better leadership of this country. And that is why I feel humbled tonight. I feel humbled, brothers and sisters, to have been given the responsibility to lead this awesome team. And I believe, brothers and sisters, without a shadow of a doubt, that God is on our side. And who God bless, and no weapon that is formed against this team, I say tonight, no weapon that is formed against this team shall prosper. And so I say, stand tonight, join your hands, because this journey is not about NNP or NDC. This journey is about Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. I am ready to serve. I am ready to lead this team into governance of this country, and we are prepared to make a difference for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. NNP for everybody. I say to you tonight, NNP for everybody. God bless you. God bless the new National Party, and God bless Grenada. God bless Carriacou. God bless Pity Martinique.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so good. Yes, every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I love your voice, for you have led me through the fire in darkest night. You are close like no other. You know I've known you as a father. You know I've known you as a friend, and I have believed in the goodness of God.
Yes, Mr. DJ.
You know I sing for you, Lord.